SWAB means seeking women across the board. But I thank God for being part of this unique body. Not only that we seek women to come and share their stories, the truth is that the God of SWAB is reaching out and touching people across the board. I could remember when SWAB started 2 years ago, but as we speak now, SWAB has permeated so many African countries. We have SWAB in Uganda, we have SWAB in Kenya, we have SWAB in Liberia, we have SWAB in Nigeria, we have SWAB in so many African countries, we have SWAB in Togo, we have SWAB in Ghana. And right now in Nigeria, we have SWAB in more than 6 states. It's the Lord's doing. And it wouldn't have been moving this fast if nothing is happening in SWAB. The truth is that God is touching lives through SWABs. People come to share their stories. Other women are being encouraged and they're being blessed too. And also they have closure. That's one thing. I remembered a sister that shared her story, how she battled with a drunkard husband for 18 years, and the Lord saw her through. I had to call her back. I said, how did you do it? He said, it's only the Lord. And the Lord always give us the grace. One thing I know, we don't bring women alone to share their stories. Once in a while, we meet under the umbrella of SWAB to fellowship to our God. SWAB is a non-denominational Christian-based platform globally. People from all, and when you need to gather together to worship God in SWAB, testimonies abound. I could remember in May, when we had our global conference, international conference, so many testimonies followed that conference. I could remember of a woman that has an ovarian issue that has been in pains for years. The Lord healed her. Another 2 sisters that are the verge of being thrown out of where they were staying. Miraculously, the Lord provided an accommodation. Not only that, but the Lord provided an accommodation. The accommodation was furnished. They just move in with their clothes. It can only be God of SWAB. And another one, I see so many people being lifted and so many people being blessed through SWAB. The women always said, anytime they gathered to worship the God of SWAB, their life never remained the same again. And one beautiful thing about this SWAB, when you tell people about it, they always give you listening ear. They want to be part, there's a kind of excitement in them. They want to be part of what the Lord is doing in SWAB. And so many people that have come, they have stayed, no going back. They always even call to ask, when are we meeting again? Which day is our meeting day? This is what the Lord is doing in SWAB. I can remember this when we had our 2nd celebration anniversary. One of the women that came, she came with a heavy heart, very heavy heart. She was out of job and they were asked to move. They were at the verge of being ejected too. A day after the SWAB, we had the trial on the 23rd. On the 24th, the Lord provided an accommodation, and this same God provided the money for the accommodation. And 2 days after, they have to move to that accommodation. As we speak today, a woman who has been without job, the Lord has given her another job. This is all the things we are enjoying in SWAB. Honestly, we don't really know how to thank SWAB. In the through Dr. Slater, she's a woman I admire so much. If she did not answer this call, we might not be here to talk about SWAB and all the things the Lord has been doing since the inception of this global platform. So we want to say, Mommy, thank you for being a visionary leader. Thank you for answering the call. Thank you for being there. You might not know it, but one way or the other, you are touching lives.
Will you be the next woman to tell your story? Be blessed.